Join me as I dive into the future of Dow stocks and try to predict what's next for the market. The current market climate is filled with uncertainty, and investors are looking for any edge they can get to make informed decisions about their portfolios. The Dow is facing a number of challenges, including economic indicators that are pointing to a potential slowdown, and investor sentiment that's increasingly bearish. Economic growth has been steady, but there are signs that it may be starting to slow down, which could have a major impact on the Dow. This slowdown could be caused by a variety of factors, including trade tensions and rising interest rates. Investor sentiment is also a major concern, as many investors are becoming increasingly cautious and pulling their money out of the market. This shift in sentiment could have a significant impact on the Dow, and it's something that investors need to be aware of. The challenges facing the Dow are complex and multifaceted, and there's no easy solution. However, by looking at economic indicators and investor sentiment, we can get a sense of what might be in store for the market. For example, if interest rates continue to rise, it could make borrowing more expensive and slow down economic growth. On the other hand, if investor sentiment starts to shift and investors become more bullish, it could lead to a surge in the market. The Dow is also heavily influenced by the performance of its component companies, and any major changes in these companies could have a significant impact on the market. In recent months, we've seen some major trends emerge in the Dow, with certain companies leading the charge. These companies are driving growth and innovation in their respective industries, and they're helping to shape the direction of the market. However, the Dow is also subject to a number of external influences, including interest rates and inflation. These factors can have a major impact on the market, and investors need to be aware of them in order to make informed decisions. The impact of interest rates and inflation on the Dow is complex, and it's something that investors need to carefully consider. The trends that are currently driving the Dow are likely to continue in the near future, with companies that are leading the charge in terms of growth and innovation likely to continue to outperform. However, the market is always unpredictable, and there are many factors that could potentially disrupt these trends. The key companies that are driving growth in the Dow are likely to continue to play a major role in shaping the direction of the market. The performance of these companies will be critical in determining the overall direction of the Dow. Recent trends in the Dow have been driven by a number of key factors, including the performance of major companies and external influences like interest rates. The market is always subject to a range of external influences, and investors need to be aware of these factors in order to make informed decisions. The impact of external influences on the Dow is complex, and it's something that investors need to carefully consider. By looking at these factors and considering their potential impact on the market, investors can get a sense of what might be in store for the Dow. Many experts are predicting that the Dow will continue to experience volatility in the near future, with some predicting a potential downturn. However, others are more optimistic, and they believe that the market will continue to grow and innovate. These predictions are based on a range of factors, including economic indicators and investor sentiment. The future of the Dow is inherently uncertain, and it's impossible to predict with certainty what will happen. However, by looking at the trends and factors that are currently driving the market, we can get a sense of what might be in store. The predictions of experts are just that, predictions, and they should be taken as such. However, they can be useful in helping investors to make informed decisions about their portfolios. The key is to consider a range of different perspectives and to carefully evaluate the evidence before making any decisions. By doing so, investors can increase their chances of success and achieve their financial goals. The future of the Dow is uncertain, but by being informed and prepared, investors can navigate the market with confidence. In terms of what's next for the Dow, it's difficult to say with certainty. However, by looking at the trends and factors that are currently driving the market, we can get a sense of what might be in store. The market is always unpredictable, and there are many factors that could potentially disrupt the trends that are currently in place. The key is to stay informed and to be prepared for any eventuality. The future of the Dow will be shaped by a range of factors, including economic indicators, investor sentiment, and external influences like interest rates. To summarize, the Dow is facing a number of challenges, including economic indicators that are pointing to a potential slowdown, and investor sentiment that's increasingly bearish. However, there are also many trends and factors that are currently driving growth and innovation in the market. The key is to carefully consider these factors and to make informed decisions about your portfolio. The future of the Dow is uncertain, but by being informed and prepared, you can navigate the market with confidence. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts on what's next for Dow stocks in the comments below, and check out our other videos for more market insights and analysis.